Let's see if everybody can see what I'm doing here. Building modules of Hope Castle. I have a little bit of build area here. What I use molds. Hopefully you can hear me too. Use molds to build the different levels. Basically, we're building one of these modules. We're going to build a ice bear bunking arrangement here. Textured wall one side, purple windows on the other. For those watching, if you know how to get a hold of me, you can do so via Messenger or whatnot. I have my phone right here. My band's been blowing up. Some old modules of the old mountain I had. Have some background music here. It's a matter of just getting pieces into the trough area here. So right now we're going to be working on the back side, this side, the purple windows. That's what we're working on. I laid out most of my pieces I need. Got some 1x1s, 1x2s, 1x2 bricks, 1x2 bricks in dark and trans black. It's methodical. It takes time, and I need to go 6 high. And then we need the misplaced my purple modules. Four, 5, should be 6. Some of these guys. This is an upper level. I'm only using 2 purple. Probably should actually have 3 on the upper, but strengthens it a little bit more by only having 2. You know what? Since we're doing a live stream, let's see if we can. Let me clean off some of my desk here and build right in front. Oops, got some right straggler pieces there. Okay, let's see if this will work. So I'll move the mold here. Pile of 1x2s. And some 1x1s. Okay. Now you're not gonna be seeing my ugly smug much longer. Here we go. We're going straight down to the mold. Now let's see here. Let me see if we can. Let's see here. Let's see here. So since it's clear, it's not going to show up as well either. As you can see, it's just simply just adding piece after piece. For those of you who've seen the castle already in person, it's just a lot of this. This side will be easier than the other side. This side is all just clear, simplistic building. Going up the next side, the other side will not only have the bunk set up with the bears, but also has the textured on the front. Move my phone a little closer, just in case anybody decides to message me on like Messenger or within text. Let's try something here. I'm just messaging something. I'm going to see if it's working. Oh, shoot. Let's see. Edit post. Okay, so we should be live. We'll see if anybody. I'm gonna close mine. Should be able to see if anybody pops in. Yeah, these guys. Whoop. Those don't look so good. Scratch on this side. Center. Center. So let's see if we can go from this. Since this was something I used last night, I didn't want it. I actually realized I made a mistake. I'm going to try and reuse them again right now, hopefully. But they're short enough to, yep, look at that. That works perfect. This one also will need to go up a level. And you know what? This can't be the most exciting video to watch, but you know, if you're into seeing what's going on with the Hope Castle, this is kind of one of those build modules where we're just building up. It's not very good. I have to work on trying to get some better video for this in terms of trying to get it a little bit more detailed. Oh, the nice thing is I do think I got it better here where I want it. Probably should be over at Heather Ridge Bowling Center watching Todd and Hoagie and Montgomery bowling. We'll see if any of those guys tune in. We'll bowling center. I definitely have to make sure I keep my desk clean. I'm going to do more of these sessions. As you can kind of see, it's kind of starting to take a little bit of shape. So I've got the doorways. The doorways used to have those markings, so I knew where to do the bunks. Not so much this time. Kind of winging it a little bit now since I've changed a few things. So we'll see if anybody shows up. I know it'd be kind of cool. Since I don't really have much going on Friday night, so this might turn into a regular thing. We'll see. But getting almost to the top of the windows, which is nice. Always kind of like to go high enough to actually lock those into place. And yep, it's usually going to be a blur of hand motion here. Try and knock out this, at least as fast as I can. And look at that. I'm already out of 1x2s that I originally put up here. Since this is the building area for tonight, we will go ahead and dump a bunch of them out. The nice thing is if I need more, you do have a couple gallon-sized bags ready to go. And what I'll do usually is I'll build for this one, I'll actually build the upper level first, then go back, rebuild another one. It's a nice thing about, and then with the plates, I always recommend a mold. You will always have a little bit of airspace, but easier than trying to free build it and keeping it straight. Nice thing with the mold is it remains relatively straight for when I get ready to build the top. The top is actually just got more tiles. I'll flip it upside down, build it to a solid 4 thickness, and then plop it on the top. Still hoping Lego eventually puts, either the 1x2 clear, or this time it'd be kind of cool if they put the 1x2 trans black plate up there on the pick and build wall, just because it's a neat. The black piece would kind of be a little bit nicer for skyscrapers. I know the guys like Rocco Bulatier that I see every year at Brickworld from the Chicago area. I'm sure he'd enjoy the trans black piece, or as Lego calls it, the transparent brown piece for his skyscrapers. But this is what I do. I mean, I need to build a total of 10 full wall sections before Chicago. This is what I consider a full wall section. This is going to be a full wall section. You flip it over, you can see it's got a bottom and a top. The panels the panels I got in a lug book, part of one of the programs for AFOS a few years ago. Figured it would save some plates by using these guys. I used them in the town walls too. Look in, you can see the bears. They're actually in there napping. I got their heads facing away from the outer wall. But the nice thing is that it'll save me time during setup for local shows, even for Brickworld. You have about 800 ice bears, so it does take time to set up. So the more time I have for other stuff, the better. Hoping to do some games this year at Brickworld. I am planning to bring, and this is for 2018 Brickworld in Chicago. We're bringing the game Stone Age and the game Century Spice Road. Both resource gathering games, but both have the ability to maybe, I always like to donate to the charity auction at Brickworld. And the nice thing is if I do like games like that, we can maybe see if people are willing to pay $20-25 to play. I have 4 players. About 4 players, 3 others and myself, and then what we can do is maybe do a dry run, and then basically do something where we actually maybe where you to buy certain things in the game, you could actually use real money. Would be kind of an advantage to other people. So, but we'll see how that works. See who's interested in doing something like that, maybe. Plus, of course, Munchkin. We bring in all my Munchkin, that legendary game by Steve Jackson. It's a great game. I enjoy playing it. I do have a bunch of the play mats, so I'll be able to teach people how to play it this year too. It'll it makes teaching a lot easier. But I do have a lot of modules. I picked up a few more. But yeah, I do have a lot of Munchkin. Something went wrong here, I think. I did this wrong. I'm going to go ahead and go with it anyways. Oh, and actually, if you'll notice, I missed something on here. I forgot to start using certain pieces. I need my transparent black pieces in 1x1s, and and 1x2s. So I'm going to have to do some altering here. Nice thing is it should be relatively easy to do. Just throw a few pieces in here, change it up a little bit. Not to be a lot, just a couple. Nice thing is with the new have some new 1x1s also that'll help. Got those recent within the last couple of years. Those will help in adding some color to it also, texture. Eventually, as we move higher, we'll be going to the 1x2 bricks, and we'll also be doing some headlight bricks where eventually the texture will come out towards you, either using the plates or tiles. As you can see, it's kind of an intricate build. Try to do as much overlapping as possible so that you don't have to go as many levels. I think some of the early stages of the castle the alternating wasn't as good, therefore they had to be thicker to keep from busting up. So now this would be a good spot where it's too high. Kind of pull these down a little bit, kind of see where I need to make a junction here. The goal is just to kind of alternate a little bit. Try and figure out where everything needs to kind of go. the easiest thing to do is. The goal is to get it. The goal is to get it as solid as possible, especially for the upper one. It's going to be kind of dangling, so you want to kind of make sure it's it's solid. So a good builder, if you're building with plates or something, you're always going to want to check to make sure that all your joints where they're at should be in good order. You want to make sure that you're actually making a nice solid setup here. Felt a gap here. I do feel a gap here. So I'm going to go ahead and pull this apart here real quick. Let's see where I messed up here. Because the walls are going to cover it up as it goes around. Inner is not so lucky, however, and that one also will have the bears. I think I've got that where I want it. Go ahead and re-lock this into place. Keeps it a little bit straight going up. I want to have that good textured look to it. And for most of my walls, you'll kind of see too that the inner is all clear. Just the outer wall is textured. These walls are going to end up going together. No point in really putting a lot of texture here. As we get into the upper areas that are exposed, you'll see a little bit of mixed textures. But for the most part, it's going to be just the one wall. As of right now, just because it actually will, that way I don't have to have as many of these pieces, because I don't have a lot right now. If this piece were to appear on the wall, that would change. I could do a lot more texturing, a lot more changes. Wouldn't be as, whatnot. Do have an order for some more purple panels to make sure I do have enough for all the models I have. And the funny thing is once this gets to the level it needs to be at, the other funny thing is I have all the old wall sections that will have to be taken apart, and that's 20 single sections like this, 10 big wall section, or 10 total. And I also have one double section that'll need to be done. And then I also have the gatehouse, and the gatehouse is going to be a big project. So this guy's done. So this is one of the levels for the ice bears. Now I just need some ice bears. And luckily I have one of my orders. And my orders is still in the bags. So this is going to be a triple. So I need 3 ice bears. Oh, I'll grab 4. And another piece I'll need is I'm going to need some slopes. I'm going to use some cheese wedges here. So what we're going to do is we're going to make sure these ice bears are all facing the right direction. So we're just going to make sure they're facing this way. I'm going to put this guy, we're just going to give him a plate with a couple of cheese wedges. So I'll just put him there. Oh, he fell into a bin. I've already been taking apart so he's going to have his arm kind of dangling over the edge there. So just checking my Facebook. So we're going to go ahead and put another bear up. We need him with a pillow. There's a castle, so we're going to give him a little bit of modern amenities. You know, so it needs to be kind of probably right here. The other thing too is, I think on this one, the bears are a little bit taller. Let's play a little bit. I might check and see if what it looks like with just this down here. I think that's some of the other ones that have actually been a little bit lower. I think we'll do that. We're gonna actually only done a couple with the higher pillow. I think we're gonna just do a lower pillow on these guys. The slope of the head also makes, you know, the next level a little bit easier to get in the air. So he's there. Something's not right here. I'm not gonna get this guy out. Something. Oh, I think with the head that low on this bed setup, I think it might pose an issue. We'll see. That might have been the other reason they were up higher, was that actually. Yeah, that is it. So maybe we'll. So these two guys are going to have a higher pillow. We'll let the maybe the commander of these guys, these three, let him keep that lower pillow. I think if this works just right. You know, also the other thing too is with the last batches of them, the walls actually went all the way to the edge. I'm not sure if I'm a big fan of that or not. I kind of like it recessed a little bit. We'll kind of leave it at that. So now that's done. So put that to the side. Start another one. Just methodical. Just, you know. No messages for anybody. So if somebody's watching, they're just watching and they aren't really saying anything, which is fine. Speculating it's working since somebody did jump in and jumped out. So I got some music in the background playing, you know. Don't have the, you know, songs I've downloaded to my phone. Hopefully the talking will keep me from any issues with that, so I'll have to listen to my voice a little bit. But, you know, for those people who missed my, you know, my workshop last year at Brick World Chicago with building with plates, you know, this is what you know, I mean, I basically talked about the different molds that I use. I have I have 3 molds for these wall sections. I have obviously this is the top. This is the bottom for the other section, so it has the cross members, so it's a little bit sturdier, stronger on the bottom. I also have, I should have floating around here somewhere, I should have 4 molds for the keep. Because there's actually, I might have 3 molds. One with an elevation, like a hole for the stairs, and then 2 others since each corner is opposite. So these 2 parts of the clover are, you know, So 2 clovers this way and these 2 this way. They're both kind of opposites. Works good. They're also in the shape of a heart, which I thought was kind of cool. Wasn't really starting out to do that. It just kind of ended up taking that shape. The clover stem is also a mold. If I can get these done in the time frame I am hoping for, my goal is to hopefully get because everything pretty much in the castle is recessed for lighting and everything. The keep is not. I would like to actually get the keep a little higher. Everything's on mills. I'd like to get the keep up to about double, or actually, yeah, at least double or triple the standard mills height. So it'd be about three bricks high. And that's if I have time a lot. So I also like to get some trees done too. But the main part of the castle needs to get done. The texturing for the town started as soon as I got back from Chicago last year. The walls and stuff for the castle started afterwards. They actually have been a little bit slower. They do take a little bit more time, as you can see. I'm hoping I can get a couple modules done a night so I can move on to other things. I still have a couple mocks to create. I'd like to get something built for the contest Where's Kevin Hinkle. Known him for a while. It'd be kind of cool to do something since I've worked around a little bit. Didn't get to work with him as long as I'd hoped. Worked with him for a very short bit. And as you can see, I did it again. I forgot to put some pieces in here again. We're going to turn the music up a little bit. I'm not sure how many people who have seen the castle in person and have liked it. Hopefully that's the goal. It started when my sister Keely Yeager Decker was diagnosed with triple negative breast cancer. Built the small keep, which is still together. The original 4 levels are still together and still go to the shows. They were on top of the Party Rocker Live, which I took it home around the holidays, and the power no longer works. So something happened to it. I don't know what, and so it doesn't work. I'll need to talk to the guys there, the company, and see if I can figure out what's going on. So hopefully that'll get fixed by Chicago. But with the keep no longer on top of that anymore, the goal would be to just put it inside the keep. I do have some new stairs and everything being built that are taking up some space, so we'll see. Might be a standalone keep somewhere on the layout. We'll see. Still got time to plan. But it is what it is. Did pick up some more 1x1 trans-cleared plates from Mark Mancuso. He's one of our AFOLs, lives up on the north side of Denver area. He's got a lot of brick too. His brick's a little bit more organized than mine in terms of what he's got for brick. He did buy a lot of cases when he had the chance. I mean, most of my case stuff has been pretty much out of the cases and is being used of what sort, some of the bigger, better ones were the 6x16 in dark gray. That was a good one to get a ton of when they were out. They're used a lot of times in some of the bases for some of the extra stuff, like the mountaintop. So just got to see here. This is the same thing. I got to figure out where I want different stuff here. So this guy, the goal is, like I said, make it as strong as possible. So think that's pretty sturdy, pretty strong. And we're probably only going to do a live stream for probably an hour tonight, just since I think it isn't the most exciting that I've done. The only way that'll change is if someone pops on and says they want to see it last longer, which I don't know if I'll see that. As long as when they do the live stream for Creations for Charity every year, that's a 24-hour one. Hoping to do that again this year. Might be in a different location this year. That is the hope anyways. We'll see. See how that goes. But if anybody jumps on this later or watches the video later and wants to see more, just let me know. If you obviously if you found it on Facebook, you should be able to add me to Messenger and just say, hey, I'd like to watch some more. Just let me know. And we're getting there. Like I said, this isn't the most exciting thing in the world. If you build with plates, you'll know this. But it needs to get done. And trying to save money, so I'm at home and not out. But don't really have don't have a girlfriend. So my Lego collection pretty much is my significant other these days. Do have a Bricklink store. Do have a few things here and there on sale on there. Need to maybe help raise some more money for the nonprofits. I keep giving away sets. And then make sure I have money for Brick World Chicago this year. So we're going to go ahead and end it right here. Basically, as you can see, it's starting to take shape with the texture. The only difference is with the texture is once you start adding, I start using bricks, start using headlight bricks. So pretty self-explanatory. I mean, if nothing else, come come to Brick World Chicago to check it out in person. Otherwise, I do have a website. I do hand out business cards too. So hopecastle.org has stuff. I mean, public shows locally will probably be Parker Oktoberfest might be the next closest one in September, or the Hobby Expo in October. Well, that's it for me tonight for live streaming. If anybody wants me to live stream some more, just let me know. Thanks. Have a great night.